The camera, lights on, and we're live as usual, guys. Happy to see you all. Hi, Meet. Hi, Steve. How are you guys?
Mike, I'm doing well. Amit, thanks for having me here as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot, and I'm doing great. Hi, Oliver, how are you? I think we have some of the people joining in as well. Hey, guys, you can say hi to. We have Steve with us, so say hi to Steve. I think it is the first time for him as well.
Hello,
Yeah, for
everybody.
sure. I just want to say that it's not the usual time for our webinars, as you can see, and we
Yeah,
decided to move it a little bit back for one day because of July 4th. I believe it's reasonable, and thank you so much for supporting guys, and joining us today, this morning, because today we have a very excited topic. Today we're going to talk about top five upcoming new loyalty trends for 2025, and as I promised you last week, I found the most powerful, most interesting expert to talk with about this topic, Steve Rosenbaum. And let me please introduce him to your guys. Steve has a really more than 15 years experience in the digital marketing space. And moreover, his company name is Flawless Follow Up. He is the king of the follow up, as he says on his LinkedIn account. And I believe this is a really, really important thing because what is follow up? Generally, this is exactly the think about retention, the think about communication, the think about to get attention to your clients back again, back and forth, and communicate with them much deeper. And you know, I have this expert I brought to share his experience with your guys. And Steve, could you please a little bit introduce yourself?
Absolutely, and Mike, thank you so much. That's so kind. But it's also true. And while you say 15 years online, it's actually 4 decades of experience. 3 decades in the corporate world before taking myself online. But even going way back, folks, way back to the mid '80s when I graduated college and I've been in sales and marketing the entire time. uh, I learned early on that for me, the path to success was developing those deep relationships with the customers, the ones that led to more loyalty and led to more repeat sales. I am a retention expert, whereas a lot of marketers will try to help you acquire new customers. To me, I find the low hanging fruit is in retaining those customers, getting them to come back and buy it over and over again. That's where I have helped literally thousands of businesses and professionals all around the world during my career. And what does that mean? That means loyalty, doesn't it, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely true. And I believe that's the main reason why I invited you to this conversation. And happy to see you there. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining us today. I believe it will be a great conversation.
Yes, absolutely. I've been looking forward to this, Mike. Thank you.
Perfect, guys. Don't see any reasons to, moving forward to, stop this conversation. I just want to move them forward and present you my screen as I do usual on our webinars. And what we will do, what we're gonna talk about the upcoming trends, as I said before, and just comment them from our two perspective. From my perspective as a CEO and founder of Boomerang Me, one of the easiest to use loyalty platforms for small local businesses across the world, and from Steve perspective as well, we will try to challenge them, we will try to prove them probably, and also we will add our thoughts at the top of that, and talk what we expect to see in a loyalty space, in customer retention space next year. And it will be funny, as I said before this webinar with Steve, it will be funny to see it 1 year ahead and understand what we expected right, what we expected wrong, because the time will decide what is true from what we talk about today. Well, I prefer to start from the general three types of statistics. First of all, the US loyalty management market. And I just want to say this market is growing like a crazy because, like Steve said, uh, the customer retention is a low hanging fruit anytime because it's 20, sometimes 30 times cheaper to retain your current traffic instead of trying to acquire new ones because, cost across the paid ads channels dramatically high right now. Like Steve, we do our Facebook ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, and right now we pay something about 7, 8, probably $10 just for a click in 2024 in the middle of the year. And I'm afraid to expect what will be the next year, $15 for a click. What could be the customer acquisition cost in this case?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Not only is it cheaper, because obviously those people you've already done business with, it really costs almost nothing to reach out to them again. But the other thing about it is those people are more likely to buy new products. They're more likely to buy more products, and of course, they could also invite their friends, families, and their connections. So it's really you're winning on so many more levels with customer retention. And you shared some phenomenal articles with me, Mike, that I devoured. And also the trends and the patterns we're going to be speaking about what consumers want is they want to do more business with the people they already know, like, and trust. They prefer that rather than going out and finding somebody they don't know.
Yeah, exactly. The power of affiliate marketing and referral marketing, we will talk about definitely a little bit later. But the main trend, as you can see, guys, really dramatic. And from my perspective, businesses, really start to figure out the importance and the powerful of customer retention right now at the time. And this is the time for some pivot in their marketing strategy. And as you can see, this market will grow next time. And this is a good time to join this market and help businesses with their customer retention strategies. But don't forget to use the best tools for this reason.
Mhm.
Next one, I just gonna talk about forecast number of mobile users in the world from 2020 to 2025. And as you can see, by the 2025, and this is insane for me, we live in the world of 8 billion peoples right now, right? And let's assume 7.5 billions will use mobile devices in 2025. It's close to 95% of population. What do you think about?
That must mean that a lot of babies have cell phones. But
Yes, of
but
course.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that also have multiple phones. But that is mind-boggling market penetration. That's mind-boggling.
Yes, exactly. And, this is the great trajectory and the great trend for the future because I believe even in the third time in countries, in Africa, in in Asia, people get access to mobile devices without any borders, without any problems. Like 10 years ago, like 15 years ago, here is no problem right now to purchase, some cheap Android device and get access to fastest internet, to 4G, 5G sometimes, right? To get 100 and 200 megabits of internet connection right from your mobile device. And it means, I believe by the 2030 the number of mobile users will be slightly higher or maybe highly higher than the population of our planet. It means, the coverage is almost 100% right now. And you know what,
That's
Steve? I
incredible.
just want to add a couple of cents at the top of that. For me, when I'm seeing these numbers, for me, it's really funny and strange why I still see the paper punch cards in my favorite coffee shop, in the coffee shop that located close to my home here. That's funny.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because I was speaking with somebody the other day, and they were telling me that their salespeople. You were talking about, do you use a CRM? And they held up a yellow legal pad. They said, this is our CRM. So look, there are some folks that will never adopt technology, but that's all right. We need to be there for the folks that are adapting technology and deliver to them the tools that are going to make them acquire, retain those customers and get more business.
Yeah, definitely. And I just want to say that digital revolution, no one can stop, and it will drive and get more powerful, get more speed. And as we can see, the coverage right now, that's insane. 2024, 7.4 billion, 7.5 billions in 2025, almost all the population of our planet. That's insane. And the last number, just for it's not a fresh number, so I want to say this report from the middle of the last year, but I added this chart to our board, to our webinar today, to show you the trajectory, the projection for the future. And as you can see, US consumers reached new highs in loyalty programs, memberships, and engagement in 2023. And as you can see, the numbers are going up dramatically. People understand how to profitable, how to really help, how to interesting to join loyalty and membership programs, and the participation is going in, it's going up dramatically. Nine active loyalty program memberships by each person in the US. That's insane. I have more, to be honest, because I a little bit biased by my product as a CEO and founder of loyalty program, and I tend to participate in any loyalty program that I can see, to test it out, to understand the mechanic, to understand the benefits, what they offer to me. But 9 active memberships, it's close to 50% more than 4 years ago. Good
Beautiful.
numbers. Yes, and we kindly go into the first trend that we find, and decided to talk, and we agreed with this trend, I believe, Steve. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Personalization and customer centricity. It's not something new, and I saw this trend by the last 3 years. Nothing new here, but what I really learned from our customers, and right now at the time we issued more than 2 million loyalty cards across the planet. 2 million people participate in loyalty programs of the brands using our service, using our loyalty cards, and all they say that personalization is must right now at the time. And I just want to give you a couple of statistics numbers, because I am a huge fan of the numbers, basically, as a CEO. And 82% of customers feeling more positive about brand offering personalized content, like me. 100% agree, and I can sign below that statement. 80% of customers are more likely to do business with company if it offers personalized experience. I think so, because 100% agree. If someone not, please guys share your comments in our chat. I will be happy to discuss and argue on that topic. And 55% of consumers would use loyalty programs more if rewards apply to multiple brands, highlighting the importance of personalized and flexible loyalty offerings. Interesting topic, and it's slightly prepare us to the next trend of co-brand, multi-brand loyalty programs, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later. Steve, what do you think about those numbers and this infographic as well?
Well, the numbers are right on target. As far as I could tell, as a marketer, as a direct marketer, I have long been touting the importance of personalization, of gathering data. Now, look, a few years ago, personalization simply meant putting somebody's first name in the subject line. Hey, Mike, got a webinar coming up. That was personalization a few years ago. Today, it's so much more. And while there's the balance, you have to do it the right way. This is the importance of using a tool like Boomerang, because privacy is also important. So people while people want personalization, but they also don't want to be creeped out and thinking that, hey, how did he get that information, right? So you need to be getting that information the right way. You need to be getting, and I may be jumping ahead a little bit, but I think this is an important fact here. People will feel much better about the personalization and when they recognize, hey, this is somebody I like doing business with. But it just makes sense. And you think about pets. Some people are dog lovers, some people are cat lovers, some people are both. But if you're a dog lover that doesn't have cats, you're not going to read an email that's all about a great sale on cat products. So that's a very simplistic view of it. But if you want to get your message seen and heard, then you need to be personalized, and it needs to go beyond just knowing the person's first name. You need to know a bit about their habits, what their likes are. One of my strongest clients that we've used a loyalty program for years is a cigar store, and in a cigar manufacturer, actually. But we have so much more success when we can tailor our communication to the type of cigars that person likes. Some people like strong cigars, some people like mild cigars. If we know that data, then you can imagine how much more our sales are when we're able to personalize something like these are the cigars that we know you like. And so you're so right, and that's one of the beautiful things about technology today is how much data we can get so that we can do a better job with the personalization.
100% agree. And moreover, you're absolutely right in terms of new possibilities in terms of personalization in the marketing. And also, I just want to say that with the loyalty program, it's much better to explain your customers from where you get this information to personalize offer to them. Because when they enroll in your loyalty program, they agree to give you the personal information as a person to get more personalized content. Just people really sign the contract with you guys when they sign up for your loyalty program because they say, okay, this brand looks interesting for me. I'm ready to play the game with them. Why not? And enroll in the loyalty program. And this is how we capture the information. This is how we work with them. And here is the room for improvement, I want to say, because this chart says exactly like people are not satisfied with personalization yet. Just 2 from 10 members are very satisfied. Just 20% of them. Because right now we live in literally in the future ChatGPT era. We need to collect the purchase behavior, the last purchase, the recency, the frequency, the purchase amount, and we can do the magic actually because we can literally ask GPT, ChatGPT, please tell me what the next purchase, when the next purchase will be, and what probably this customer will buy from us. And I believe in, at least in 50% of cases, ChatGPT will tell you correct information which you could use. And this is exactly what we do in our product. And this is actually how we predict the next purchases and literally write the messages for your customers. And personalization, still not there. It's in the progress, and I believe big brands will do it very soon. And I prepared the first report from Starbucks, and it's not something unique for us that Starbucks at the top of this market, the best and the most major loyalty program across the worldwide is hosted by Starbucks. Basically, all the profit for this company is driven by their loyalty program, but not by selling the coffee. And I believe everyone knows about that. And what the main idea behind the personalization, of course, first of all, no more generic engagement because hey Mike, it's not actual right now. We can today just simply forget about that and move forward with the new reality. Hyper personalized offer experience, it of course that's the main goal for this idea. And predict next purchases and the next time, because what people want to get from us, please get back for a second to this chart. They want to get through the right channels the message from you. They want to get this message at the right place, at the right moments, with the right messages. How they articulate the personalization to us, for marketers, basically. Right channel, right place, right moment, and right message. It's like a formula of successful personalization. What do you think, Steve?
You probably hear my head rattling because I'm nodding that so hard. In fact, I almost interrupted you and stopped and said, Mike, let's stop on this slide because I want to make the point. And I was going to make the exact point that you said. And, I have a saying since I've been around marketing so long enough to see this all that, technology changes nothing, but it improves everything. And what I mean by that is marketing works for the same reasons today that it worked 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. I could even tell you stories about Richard Sears inventing the Sears catalog in the late 1800s. And it did come down to what you're showing on the screen right now: right message, right person, right time. In fact, in this book here, this is a book that I was featured in called So What Do You Do? And my chapter here is called The Perfect Sales Storm. And the moral of my chapter is an actual story from early on in my sales career when I had my biggest success ever. This is it, called The Perfect Sales Storm. But I had my biggest success ever early in my career, and it was because I was lucky. I was in the right place at the right time with the right message purely by accident, and ended up writing a $70,000 sale with a company that I had just started a week ago. With a week ago, so they thought I was a hero. They immediately promoted me to run the western half of the country, and really set my career on fire. And it was purely by luck because I was at the right place at the right time with the right message. Now, here, Mike, you are laying out for us how we don't have to be lucky to be at the right place at the right time with the right message. See, technology didn't change the importance of that, but technology changes our ability to deliver that. And that means we're going to have more predictable, more consistent sales. And when you move to the next slide, if you move down to the three little post-it notes you have below this, you're exactly right. You're saying that, look, with this data, with information, no more generic engagement, right? That means we will have the right message. It's not going to be lucky. It's not going to be generic, okay? Because it's going to be hyper personalized, which means we'll be delivering it to the right person. And predicting preferences and behaviors, predictions, that's time, right? We know we're going to be able to be there at the right time. And so many marketers, they think that marketing is about just the message. You hear people talking about, hey, what's a subject line that's going to get somebody to open every email that I send out? It doesn't exist. There is no magic bullet subject line. But a subject line that somebody doesn't see today, they might see tomorrow if their situation changes. Heck, they might see it 5 minutes from now if their situation changes in 5 minutes. That's the importance of timing. And that's the importance of what you're talking about, Mike, is into getting the data and using it in such a way that we can deliver the right message to the right person at the right time. Our sales are going to skyrocket. They're going to go up exponentially. It's going to be it's not going to be a factor of 1x or 2x. It's going to be a lot of x's.
Yeah, exactly. And we actually saw this trend 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and we have started our preparations for it. We started from RFM analysis. We name it like this: recency, frequency, and monetary analysis. And this is how we identify the customer purchase behavior. And what we do right now, we are cooking the fit between RFM analysis and AI powered by GPT-4o model, because it's just, simply put all the purchase behavior data into and ask what this particular customer will buy and when. What we see as an output right now, that's insane, Steve. This is really magic, I want to say, and we will publish this feature soon. And just one idea with that. Right now, Starbucks did the first step into the right personalization with huge AI models, and I will tell a little bit later about it. But my goal actually is to provide this opportunity for small local businesses to just hit the one button, activate the loyalty card, issue cards, and forget about that, because system will capture all the information, all the behavior, and communicate with the customers on autopilot. That's insane. It's never been allowed before. It's really something new, and we should leverage this opportunity, because we are here, we are now, and there's just a one obvious way how it could grow.
I love that, Mike. You're right on target.
Yeah, thank you so much. And a little bit about Starbucks, because I'm looking for them for a long time. I'm trying to understand their strategy. It looks very simple and very straightforward for the end users, for us, for the customers. But if we're going inside the math, if we're going inside the strategy behind that, how you will be mostly confused about that, because it's a lot of work. It's a very complex solution. And what they say from the last report, they said in the US we implemented targeted offers aimed at bringing our occasional customers into our loyalty program, said by their VP of marketing or someone like that. As we've seen over time, Starbucks Rewards members develop a routinized long-term relationship with our brand that increases both tickets and transactions. Additionally, we activated new capabilities within our property, said by this man, and data analytics and AI tool to identify and increase specific rewards member cohorts. To be transparent, I never received the personalized rewards by Starbucks, But by the way, I'm a huge fan of this brand. I visit Starbucks locations every week, probably uh, much often. Guys, if you received something, please share into the chat, because if I right understand, they choose like a small cohort of their customers to run the pilot, and they run the pilot. And right now, they are just publishing their experiment results, the outcomes of it. And I believe right now they sit down and decide, do they need to scale this experiment for the larger audience or not? And I believe obviously the answer will be yes, because it's important to go further without that.
Well,
What do
I'm
you
sure
think,
they'll
Steve?
I'm sure they'll scale it. I'm sure they're trying to figure out the formulas first. But again, you've done such a good job of picking examples here, Mike. Right in that sentence and that quote from that Starbucks person, it says what we said earlier. As we've seen, members developed a routinized long-term relationship that increases both the tickets and the transaction. So this is where we're talking about the importance of customer retention. Not only do they come back to buy, but they usually buy more, and they usually try new things, and they usually invite friends and family and share their experiences. So you get
Yeah, for
exponential
sure,
increase.
guys. That's exactly. And, I highlighted this word, routinized long-term relationship, because right now it's a routine. The Starbucks loyalty program, it's a like industry standard, and it's not something new. It's not something very excited to the people, and this is why they should move this tool to the next level. It's just one way to survive, to attract more people and engage them better. I believe there's just one solution for the Starbucks, and glad to see they are working into the right direction. And as you can see, I predict to see a lot of personalization and AI tools right inside loyalty programs, even during 2023, even during 2024. And here is nothing. Nothing happened. That's strange from my perspective. It's not something that takes a lot of time right now. It's something that you need to pay attention for. But by the way, guys, I prepared a report for about personalized offers. They are powerful or not. And I will share this link after this webinar in on our Facebook community. Don't hesitate to join if you are not, still not. Good place to share our experience between us and engage each other. The next topic, the next trend is integration with mobile wallets and digital platforms. I'm so excited to tell about that, because it's exactly what I do, what my company does, and what my teammates really build on daily basis. And the numbers are really, really, really awesome. They are dramatic. They say this trend is driven by the growing number of digital wallet users, which is expected to reach 4.4 billions by 2025. Let's assume again, it's a half of Earth's population using mobile wallets to, provide the contactless transactions, to use Apple Pay, Google Pay. This is the very convenient way, but you know what I know about this market, less than 10% of customers even know that it's possible to store their loyalty card right inside them, right, close to their payment cards into the one application. And that's insane. And this is the good room for improvement. This is the good space for grow your business around that. 4.4 billion, just want to highlight it by 2025. And that's insane. What they say about that, the future certainly looks bright for the use of digital wallets. There were 2.6 billion users globally in 2020, right? And this figure is set to reach 4.4 billions in 25. It's close to 100% growth, two times growth, just for 5 years. That's insane. This is dramatical growth rate. Companies are starting to leverage digital wallets to grow their customer base, customer loyalty, and enter new market segments. That's the right time, I want to say. And this is the source of this report. If you want to get it, please chat with me and I will send you the link directly. Why it's so important? Why companies consider digital wallets? Why brands consider digital wallets? Because it's very convenient. From my perspective, the way was looking like, okay, first time we emerge these digital wallets for the payment cards first, because it's the most obvious way to use it, right? To make contactless payments instead of going into your physical wallet to find your right banking card to put it on the, charging place or something like that. It's much better to use your phone, because we're living in the time when we handle our phone at least, 4 hours every day in a hand, every time. Because if I'm saying something wrong, just open your uh, screen time application from your device, and I'm every time I'm confused about the numbers. Like, never 4.5 hours a day. How can I do not have so many time to sit in my phone? But the statistics say me another thing. I can. What about your screen time, Steve, right now?
Oh, I don't even want to think about it. You know, and
Scary numbers.
it is scary numbers, and it's never more than what 2 feet away from us, right? We probably sleep with it. I know it's right on my end table, on my nightstand, right next to my bed. It's one of the last things I check before I go to bed and kiss my wife goodnight. And first thing in the morning, I look up, and it's not even healthy. But I also know that's I'm not alone in that, and it's all hours in between.
Yeah, absolutely right. That, and I see just one way to leverage this opportunity. It's to implement all your daily routine into your device, because your device always in your hands. Like your bank is here, your payments is here, your calendar is here, your chat is here, your communication tool, your serum, everything is here in your device. And the good thing from my perspective, that not only brands recognizes, and not only the companies, but also the platforms, the Apple, the Google, they recognize the powerful of their tools. And for me personally, it was a very big event during this year. Something about 2 months ago, Google announced the native support of push notifications for Google Wallet. It was complete celebration in our company, because before that we did build the PWA cards for Android users to subscribe them to the push notifications, but right now it works completely natively, without any additional tools, without any additional integrations, just from the device, how it should be, I believe, because Apple supports push notifications from the day one. And it was
Right.
curious for me for a long time why Google do not do nothing with that.
You are opening my eyes to this, and I am not and have not been as aware of what's going on here. But discussing with you, listening to you, what I'm hearing you say is, you know, you're right. Okay, people always have their phone with them. They are consolidating their lives there. I no longer. I went to Best Buy the other day and bought a new laptop, and they said, "Do you have an account with us?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." But I don't carry my Best Buy card with me anymore. It's all right on my phone. Everything's right on my phone. And now the ability that you're talking about, being able to push out notifications through the wallet, is a game changer. Because as a marketer, that's what we want. We want the ability to push a message out to somebody, make sure that they see it. And most people aren't there yet. You showed in a slide earlier about only 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10 people, in terms of the market penetration of some of this new technology is wide, wide, wide open. And I would suggest for anybody on the call now or watching a replay of this may be one of the biggest advantages for you to grab right now, and for you to deliver to your clients so they can get a huge edge on their competition, is exactly what Mike's talking about. Nobody's even thinking about it yet. So you have a chance to own this space.
Yeah, exactly. And moreover, if we're talking about push notifications, this obviously one of the best things for Apple and Google wallets. The most important thing, they are free, completely free and unlimited, instead of paid text messages and paid emails. For small businesses, I want to say it's not even very important for them, because their costs for email or SMS blast are not too high, to be transparent, right? But Steve, just want to share one story with you. Last week I sat down with one guy, VP of marketing of big franchise chains of barber shops, 110 venues across 4 countries. I cannot tell the brand, but I just want to give you idea about the size of the business, size of the brand. And he said, well, we spend $250,000 for text messages every month.
Every month. Wow. Wow. And this will be
Equal to
free?
$3 million a year for just text messaging without any
Just
personalization,
think about
without
that.
anything.
Just think about that. I spend so much time with digital marketing agencies that feel like they have trouble getting somebody to pay $99 a month for their service. Now, what do you think if you walk into a business, and obviously, like Mike's saying, this is not a small business, okay? But when you save a business $3 million a year, I don't think you're going to have any trouble commanding whatever price you want to charge for that service.
100%. I cannot argue with you because 100% agree. Yes, for sure. And push notifications, it's a good opportunity for not only actually for the big brands, but for small companies with a huge customer base. Because let's consider the customer base or 50,000 subscribers in your customer base. Obviously, 80% of them are already died for any reasons, and it's not an active company. But what you will do every time, you will send your email and text blast for everyone, for your customer base. And let's do your math. Simply just assume the cost per text message could be from 10 cents to 50 cents simply, and calculate how many times do you want to do and run your text blast every week, every month, every 2 weeks, depends on. And the cost is insane right now. Push notifications gives you a big room for improvement to communicate with them more often, more personalized, and for a free. That's beautiful. A couple of numbers, just like 79% of respondents are more likely to use loyalty card if it's on their phone, especially true for millennials, and 100%, and higher income households. Millennials, 82% says yes, we want to store our promotions, our loyalty cards in our phones because, to be transparent, I do not have a physical wallet right now at the time. I only have my phone with me. That's it.
Wow.
94% of consumers would use mobile wallets more frequently if they could earn and redeem loyalty rewards. That's absolutely logically. And mobile wallets can drive significant engagement, with 57% of millennials preferring to receive information about sales offers and coupons via mobile wallet compared to email. Because, if we're talking about email inboxes, mine looks like a trash many times, and for me it's a cognitive average load to sit down and segregate all the emails, to make it clear, to make it accurate. Every time I need to spend some time, and definitely when I deleting messages, I deleting them all. I do not read them all before, just select all and goodbye. That's how it works in terms of email marketing right now. And Google really, I believe they are destroyed the email marketing because they did the separation of your inbox, like primary, promotions, and what we do with promotions, just select them all and delete. This is how it works nowadays.
Well, you're talking to an email marketer here, so I would argue sides of that conversation, because I'm not ready to give up on email. Email still works, but the thing about making email works is it still comes down to the relationship. Relationships, everything. You have to have the type of relationship with your consumer that they want to read your message. All right. And if you're just sending out messages all the time via email, they're going to get blocked. And my email inbox looks like yours. I even have a software program that it's to the point I'm telling it with most people, you know what? I don't want to see an email from them anymore. There's no value there. It's just buy. All right. So to that point, I would agree with you, but email is still very, very effective when done in a very certain way. But you're talking about something that has a lot more upside potential, especially in the early adoption phase. I remember I can go back to the days when we got one email a week, all right, and we were happy. And in fact, if you're using a service called America Online all the time, it rang and said, "You've got mail." That was a big thing to celebrate. Somebody sent me an email, okay? Obviously, that's not the case anymore. And that's always the case with technology. But that's where the opportunity lies. And that's why when Mike is showing you this, and we're so early in the adoption phase, you've got the ability to capture the lead position for you and your clients. Now, I can imagine if we look 5 years, 10 years in the future, there's going to be so many push notifications going out because everybody's going to be doing it that they're going to have to come up with some way to filter it like they have with email, like they have with text message. But the best opportunities are for the fast adopters. And you, right now, everybody on this call, we are at that time where we could be the fast adopters and get in before everybody else.
Yes, of course, 100%. And like Jorge says, email is great. I just want to make it clear for everyone. I didn't engage you to give up on the email when I told about that. I just want to say omnichannel is just a one way to stay at the top of your customer,
Correct.
right? Because right now we are really fighting for the attention, really fighting because a lot of trash around us, a lot of information, a lot of data sources like Instagram, other time killers and etc. We need to fight for the attention, and push notifications, it's just one way how you can increase the point of contact with your customer base, increase the number of touch points, and moreover it's free, and that's fun because it's free. You can send it more, you can send it more often, but still you need to do it kindly to avoid D&D status on the customer device.
Absolutely.
Well, right now I believe it's clear, and I am really grateful for it. The next topic is sustainability in green loyalty programs. For me, it's really simple to talk about that because we are paperless, we are plasticless, and we contribute 1% of all our income into the reduce our carbon footprint. And I believe this is the fight for the future, for the good future for us, for our kids, and and our community and our planet in general. But you know what? I don't see that all the brands really consider the importance of the green loyalty programs right now. I still see a lot of paper. I still see a lot of plastic. I don't understand why, and I understand for what. Because as I said before, I do not have the physical wallet. Just do not have at all. Not in my hands today, but at all. And they still doing it. And I saw this trend by the last 5 years, I believe, Steve, to be transparent. And strange thing, but people, what says by numbers says that people really ready to support the brands who are ready to go paperless, plasticless, and eco-friendly. Like 71% of British adults expect loyalty programs to promote sustainable causes and help people live in a way that is kinder to the environment. 66% of consumers globally are willing to pay extra for goods and services from businesses committed to sustainability, with this number rising to 73% for millennials. Like, Apple says about the green politic, about their reducing carbon footprint strategy for the last 3, maybe 4 years, if I right remember. And they are pioneers, definitely in this direction, but I don't see like other companies do the same. It's strange for me, basically, because it seems to be trend 3 years ago, but it seems to be not too many companies supported this trend. And also, 73% of respondents agreed that sustainability is crucial for staying loyal to the brand, to any brand, basically. What do you think about this topic, Steve? Curious to know your position.
Well, I would imagine when you're looking at those percentages, and I think you're right. I think it naturally is going to go in that direction. But there's a generational factor to this also. When you say you don't understand, you're of that generation that this where the awareness is so much greater. In my generation, there wasn't such awareness, and you mentioned, there you still see people using punch cards, and you still see people using things that you don't understand. But then again, there are folks of my generation, right, that they don't grasp the technology. Habits are hard to break. We all know habits are hard to break. Now, I think the future, Mike, I think you're 100% right. I think the future is that more and more and more will 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 use it, that is going that way. And if for no other reason at all, there's always the mighty dollar. I mean, profit controls a lot of the way people think. What did you mention? You had, what did you say? 2 million cards out there?
2
Did
million
you say you had
cars
2 million?
worldwide.
Okay, so imagine the cost of producing 2 million and mailing 2 million plastic cards. That's not something a lot of companies could do, right? So it's
Exactly.
right there. It talks about the ability to be able to do this, the ability for us to do things worldwide and globally, like you're doing, Michael. You've done such a wonderful job of capturing that and leveraging the technology to do that. That you simply would not be able to do that if you had to deliver 2 million physical cards. I shouldn't say you couldn't, but your company would look a whole lot different if you physically had to deliver 2 million cards, produce them in plastic, and mail them.
Yeah, I think so. I think there is no way to use plastic and paper anymore. And I think, we are at the very beginning of this way of thinking. We're still at the very beginning stage. And I believe at least by the end of this decade, we will see the significant growth of supporters of this direction. Like Apple started, Google started, and I believe the big brands and smaller brands will support this topic and will support this direction very soon because people want this, as you can see on those numbers, right? People ready to support companies who really stand out, who really stands for the green topic. And this is just a quote from this analyst, from this research. Brands that incorporate sustainability into their loyalty programs can see increased customer engagement and retention, and as consumers increasingly prioritize eco-friendly practices. This is absolutely true, really proven by the numbers. And this is just a small report. I'm proud to share it with you guys. To be honest, we play on Stripe as a payment gateway, and Stripe do the great work in terms of reduce our carbon footprint. They are offered to you, like, if you want to contribute a bit of your margin, a bit of your revenue into saving our planet. We said yes from the day one, and by today we removed something about 6 tons of CO2, and it's something about 71 hours of flying in economy, or 13 close to 14 miles driving in a car. And we just started, and we will reduce the printed, the plastic, and also we will contribute in this direction because I see the future behind this. Well, the next thing that I have a couple of examples that I will share with you guys. The next trend is open loyalty and brands partnerships. And just small explanation, this model allows customers to earn and redeem rewards across a network of partner brands. Also, Steve, unfortunately, last year I didn't do this webinar, but I did do my homework and I read all the trends for the next 2024 year. And I saw the same, like multi-brands loyalty programs. Like imagine you live in community like me, right? And you have your local beautiful restaurant, beautiful coffee shop, beautiful beauty salon, beautiful everything else. And they work like themselves, like they stay alone. I do not understand why, because they can run one general promotion to cross all the consumers, to cross all the customers between them, because they are not competitors. Barbershop and coffee shop, they are not competitors. But at the same time, people want to grab a cup of coffee and get their haircut. Why not? Why do the barbershop do not offer, some incentive from the coffee shop? And coffee shop, why do not the same in terms of the barbershop? I do not know why. And this is the brand, and we name it from the marketing side. We name it like multi-brand and coalition loyalty program, where you need to find some brands who are ready to participate in your coalition loyalty program set up some incentive that they're ready to share and contribute into this loyalty program. But what the importance of coalition and multi-brand loyalty program? I just want to make it clear. It's it's built basically not only for the retention reasons, but mostly for the acquisition reasons, because brands are share their customer base between them. That's actually it. I know many, successful companies. I know many successful cases of that. And what we do right now with our platform, we allow you to do the same with your community. Like visit 5 or 10 or maybe 15 venues in your community, offer them to create one general and multi-brand loyalty program based on points if you want, based on stamps if you want, based on membership. Like right now, Steve, we establishing membership loyalty program for San Diego, and we expect to see something about from 30 to 50 participant brands into this membership program, and each customer could subscribe membership paid, of course it not should be something free, and get access to get one special benefit, one special gift from each of brand participants every month. Like in the brewery, I can get one pinta of my favorite beer for free every month. In my favorite restaurants, I will get always reserved table for my name every time I want it. In the barber shop, I will have one time 50% or 20% off for my haircut every month. That's a good opportunity, by the way, and I see a lot of potential here. And a bit of numbers to confirm this projection. 55% of consumers would use loyalty programs more if rewards apply to multiple brands, indicating a preference for open loyalty systems. And 79% of respondents with an existing loyalty program are likely to revamp their loyalty program in the next 3 years, often incorporating partnership to enhance the value. Because right now, if I even collected some bonus point to redeem rewards in my barbershop, but today I do not want to do my haircut. Maybe today I want to visit the restaurant and celebrate some party with my friends. I want to redeem this reward into this restaurant instead of this barbershop. What do you think, Steve?
Well, I'm sorry if you saw me doing all this moving around, because this is such a great point. And there's actually a lot of examples that I could point to from more traditional marketing. And again, I'd like to point out that the beautiful thing is we could just look to the past for examples of things that have been successful and just know that all we have to do is adopt the new technology to them. So when you talk about having multiple brands and coalitions, it's no different than something like this. And every community has this, comes in the mail, and it's a magazine of, what is this? This is multiple brands advertising, okay? And look, I look forward to getting this every single month in the mail. And I can go through here. It's like, oh, here's all sorts of businesses that I want to do businesses with. There's also something that used to be, it's still popular today, okay? But here in the United States, we have something called Valpak. Valpak is a little blue envelope that comes, and you open it up, and it's got 30, 40, 50 different businesses that are all advertising together. That's a coalition. I've seen it done with postcards, where people send out a big postcard about 8.5 by 11, about the size of a sheet of paper, and it's got on there 15 different offers. So this is nothing new, folks. We've all seen this for years, and it works. So Mike's right on target, and it's just like I said before: technology changes nothing, improves everything. This is not a new thing to do, but the technology is allowing us to do it better, faster, and cheaper than ever before. So for those of you that are here on, and forgive me, and I see all these names. Hello, everybody, and it's nice to meet you. Every name here is new to me, so I thank you for that. It's so nice to meet you. But let me ask you: I'm assuming you're in the marketing business. I'm assuming maybe, are you an agency? Are you looking for clients? Because this allows you to go out there and not get clients one by one, but get clients 15 at a time. Go to somebody and say, look, I'm putting together a program of the best hair salons, of the best restaurants, of the best shoe stores, of the best gyms, of the best auto mechanics? Do you consider yourself to be the best because we're forming a coalition? And if you join our coalition and bring your customer list of 1,000, and that person brings their customer list of 1,000, and that person brings their customer list of 1,000, all of a sudden, these businesses, because they're forming this coalition, now they're in front of an audience of 15,000 instead of 1,000, which is why Mike is exactly right on target when he says this is about acquisition more than retention. You're right, but it's about free acquisition. It's what's called a joint venture. All right, you've all heard of JV partnerships. This is where you can be the coordinator of that JV partnership, and now you can bring on 15 clients and not just one, or 30, or however many you want it to be. This is a beautiful, beautiful business model, Mike. Well done. I'm really glad you brought this up.
Yeah, thank you so much for highlighting this. And I just want to say you can done this only with Boomerang Me product without any third parties, because you can establish agency, you can establish franchise under the agency, and you can create sub accounts for each of your joint venture partners in this journey, and establish the coalition loyalty program and maintain and really manage and move them forward under your brand. That's insane. You can set up the price for it, you can set up the rules for it, you can sign up the brands to participate in it. It will be your like additional, not a side hustle. I want to say it's a full-time business to maintain this loyalty program in your community, and not only to make some money, but also for it, but to provide the value to your community, to make your people happy. That's it. That's actually it. And a couple of examples. If I love to confirm my words, confirm my what I'm saying with some numbers. Partnerships can significantly expand their customer base and enhance the value of loyalty programs. For example, the partnership between Starbucks and Delta Airlines allow customers to earn Delta Sky Miles for purchases at Starbucks, reaching frequent travels. That's actually it, because for me, the flight and the coffee is something that should stay in one sentence. Because when I fly to someone, I grab some coffee every time, and this is like a good marriage. This is like good fit between Sky Miles and the Delta Airlines and Starbucks. Good fit, good trajectory, and good opportunity to spend my airlines for the coffee. Or it will be better to spend my Starbucks bonus points for the flights, because I have a lot, to be honest.
Mike,
Uh,
I mentioned earlier that one of my clients is a cigar manufacturer. Well, my cigar manufacturer, most of his customer base are men. All right. And so he formed partnerships with other products that men would love, especially while they're smoking a cigar. For instance, we live in Austin, Texas. Well, there's some Tito's vodka is here, and some alcohol and whiskey and other drinks are made here, and he could go out and form a partnership with them and say, look, we have a very similar customer base, but we're not competitors. So yeah, if somebody wants to smoke a cigar, they might want to have a drink at the same time. If they want to drink, they might want to have a cigar at the same time. Let's partner up. And it works beautifully.
that's exactly it. Thanks so much for confirmation of my thoughts, my words, and we are absolutely aligned on this topic. And as usual, right now, this is the truth. We cannot finish any communication without mentioning AI, AI, AI every time, and again and again. And this is obviously one of the trends for the next year, because as we said at the very beginning of this meeting, the personalization driven by AI is still not there. Absolutely not there. Just 2 of 10 consumers are satisfied with the level of personalization that they receive. And I'm in the cohort of 8 people, and I'm still not satisfied as well. And well, like Steve, said a couple of times during this meeting, there nothing changes here. Just technology helps us to change more and make it more convenient, mostly. Not more, not more. And let's chat about this feature, how we see and how we understand the benefit and how we plan to leverage the AI and personalization right now in our particular product, we gonna talk purchase behavior, what they buy, how often they buy, the frequency, when the last time they buy, and for which amount they last time buy. And we want to combine all this data set with AI and ask, well, ChatGPT, what do you think? What this particular customer will buy and when? And for which amount? It will be really fun to know in advance. And with this approach, right now we have just a part of this calculation. And I believe by the next quarter and maybe in fourth quarter, we will unveil and present this feature with completely laser focused and 100% personalized messages for each of loyalty program
Phenomenal.
participants. And the main idea is to just outsource your communication with your customer base with the loyalty tool, because a loyalty knows more than you, loyalty analyze more than you, loyalty communicate more than you. And with push notifications, as we know right now, it's completely free solution to communicate with your customer base and have a lot of touch points with them. But it does make sense to send them the general mailings like, hey everyone, without personalization, without hey Steve, we have something new, we have updated the menu. It looks generic, it looks not engaged. But when I receive some, hey Mike, 3 weeks back I saw you at our restaurants, it was funny, thanks for visiting us. And we know that you visit us something about one times a month. What do you think about to visit us this week instead of the next one? Because we have something new especially for you. We know that you love to grab some brisket in our meat restaurant, and we want you to give it out, to give it a try and share your feedback on it. Well, I will give up on my tasks and I will visit this meat restaurant to take this brisket and share my thoughts. Absolutely. It's a no-brainer for me. But the wording, the timing, the approach, and the channel are important, as we said at the very beginning.
Mike, one thing that we did is every month we would send out a statement. And now, with this client, we've been doing this 10 years. So loyalty points have loyalty programs have come a long way. A lot of things you're talking about today, we couldn't do then. Obviously, the AI wasn't where it is and stuff like that. But I will tell you that every month we would send out a statement and we would say, here's how many points you have. Why not come in and spend them? All right. Now, the thing is, people come to spend their points. Of course, they're thrilled because they're getting something free, but they always add more to the cart. They always try something new. And just sending out a monthly statement of here are how many points you have, we got spikes in sales on those days we sent out those statements every single time.
Yeah, well, 100% agree with you. I never mentioned that because we have the same actually, and I think it's the industry standard for this. But it's absolutely smart to remind people about their actual balance on their loyalty cards, to remind them just you can spend right now and get something for a free. It's absolutely a good opportunity. But if I will get this message with some personalization, like Mike, we know that you love our brisket, right? Don't forget
Yes.
that you have 50 points to spend it out exactly for the new brisket. Let's give it a try.
That's right.
Visit us this week instead of next. I will give up on my daily task and I will take my wife and visit this location to try it out. Why not? And a couple of numbers. Just research says that AI-driven personalization can increase customer satisfaction and engagement, with 82% of customers feeling more positive about a brand after engaging with personalized content. I'm too, but I'm, as I said before, in 80% cohorts who are not satisfied with personalization yet that we have in the market right now. And 80% of companies who measure the ROI of their loyalty program reported a positive ROI, earning 4.9x more revenue than that they spend on average. That's absolutely right. And this is not something new because, as we know, after this webinar, after previous webinars, it's 20 to 30 times cheaper to retain your current foot traffic or customer base instead of acquiring new ones. And this is completely true. Steve, do you have something to add to these numbers?
I think you hit all the main points on that. So, and it's the stuff we've been talking about for the past hour. I think these are good stats that reinforce the importance of personalizing and how the technology is allowing us to do it more and more. I think those are great numbers.
Sure. Thank you so much for the warm words. Really, I appreciate it. I just want to end up with some additional numbers in terms of how customers, how businesses can see us, loyalty brands, loyalty companies, loyalty providers, and what the value they consider as a first place value, the second place, the third place, and etc. And first of all, people tend to subscribe for easy to integrate, easy to use loyalty program, and 42.7% company says this is the very important thing why we consider why we choose this loyalty program instead of that, this vendor instead of that. And I want to say that right now, guys, you could check out our website. We build the easiest to use worldwide loyalty platform for small local businesses, which works, 10 times faster, 10 times easier. It's not, please do not take it only from my words. Please read our testimonials, watch our videos, and check out our website first, because we understand and we do a lot to make it as easiest as possible, because people do not want to install loyalty application at the time. I need to go through the 15 steps to get what? Free cup of coffee? No way. I'm ready to pay for it. I do not want to waste my time. Just give my $5 and give me my coffee. That's it. Our loyalty cards could be installed in just 3-4 taps on your touchscreen, even flawlessly and immediately. The second thing, customization to
Mike,
make it custom. Sure.
Can I just add on to that point? Because if you're talking about easy and ease of use, you're focused on integration, which is wonderful. But from a consumer standpoint, also easy is going back to that last point that we talked about. If we've got one loyalty card that represents multiple brands, there's a lot of ease there also. All right. So as we're sitting here talking about this, and again, I'm always viewing at this, folks. Yeah, I'm looking at Patrick. I'm looking at Jorge. I'm looking at Abdul. I'm looking at Lisa. The folks that are on the line with us right now, and the folks that are streaming. I'm in your corner. I'm thinking. How can you go out and build your business? One of the best ways is to build a multi-brand coalition, as Mike spoke about, because again, ease for the consumer. When they know I've got one loyalty program, but that loyalty program is good at all these different places. Now, 4 years ago, I invented a software program called Easy Deals, and it was a directory. All right. And we would go out and I had people set up directories in their businesses in their local towns. Well, for me, I live in Austin, Texas, so it might be Austin's favorite businesses. All right. And it was a directory of Austin's favorite businesses. Imagine if you set up a loyalty program called Austin's favorite businesses, or wherever you live. Number one, it's going to be very easy to get those clients, because you say, look, I'm only taking one coffee shop to be Austin's favorite coffee shop. Do you want it to be you, or should it be your competitor down the street? How fast are they going to be before they sign up with you? Now, of course, you don't have to give an exclusive, but you could. But if you wanted to include people in a loyalty program, put it together, because focusing on that number one column there, 42.7% are looking easy to use. That's not just about integration. It's also about having one card that represents so many businesses, makes it really easy for the consumer. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I wanted to make that point.
No, that's absolutely fine. And this is why we host this webinar together today, because we have a different point of views. And I believe it's probably could be interesting to our audience, and for both our audience, I believe. And well, the next topic, thank you for that, Steve, by the way.
Of course.
And the second thing, customization. Of course, customization, that's important. But what I know, what I learned for almost 4 years running this product, that are local business owners are not a professional marketers completely, and they want customization, but they do not know how. And this is why they need you. They need marketers. They need agency. They need someone close to them to build this loyalty program back to back together to make it works, basically, because by themselves they want, but they don't want to spend some time to understand how this work, how that work, implement some time to set up. Even if it's easiest to use solution in the world, it's not their bread and butter. It's our bread and butter because we are marketers. We know how to work with. We know how it should works, and we can establish really successful and powerful loyalty strategy for the brands. And this is the good opportunity because we designed this product for businesses and for agencies to support you and give you easy to use and easy to sell tool for them. The next thing is consistently introducing new innovative features. Of course, that's important because loyalty program should be straightforward, should be every time up to date, and achieve all the goals of the requirements of the existing time. And Steve, again, I want to say I'm not sure all loyalty programs and all the brands already leveraged the opportunity of AI and all the possibilities that we have at the time. They are not, and this is the good opportunity for the brands to build to make it better right now. Simple to implement, require little time to implement. That's the good thing, that we could be implemented even without the integration as a standalone solution in 15 minutes after signing the contract and signing up for the product. Bam, 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 15 buttons, and you are ready to enroll your first customer in your loyalty program. And easy to use, they consider as well for 8.1%. This is very important as well. Guys, I completed my pitch. I just want to tell you about Steve Rosenbaum's offer. And, as you can see, really a very experienced person in digital marketing space, really ninja in terms of customer retention and getting your customers coming back and back and back and forth again to your business. And after this webinar, we will send this this webinar reply into your email inbox. And definitely, I will share some offers from Steve. Don't hesitate to reach him out on LinkedIn and ask for any support. And I believe he would be happy to support you with some ideas, with some trainings, with some strategies, because he has a lot.
And that I do. And I'm sitting here thinking, Mike, that I'm remembering a presentation that I did a few years ago that I would love to share. I think your audience would love it. And it was called "How to Make $10,000 Giving Free Stuff Away." And again, it was with my cigar client. He loves to do this type of stuff. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to have to go dig through my archives, folks. I've got literally more than a dozen years, hundreds and hundreds of hours of archives in my membership area. So I need to dig through it and find, and I want to share that presentation with you if that's okay. So I'm not prepared to do it today because I think it really came up out of today's call. But Mike, if I got it together in the next few days or shortly after the holiday, would you send that to your audience so that they could watch that?
Without any problems, yes, of course.
Okay. Would you folks all like that? Is that something that you would like to see? And I might even have another one too. But I'm going to put together a couple talks that I've done on this over the years, and I think I think the light bulbs go off with opportunities for you to help your clients in that way. And let's do this again sometime. And there's so much more we could talk on this.
Jorge says, let's do this. Let's do it. I don't see any reasons to stop this way.
And folks, why don't you feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn? I like to connect on LinkedIn. Of course, I'm on Facebook too. I don't look at my Facebook connections all the time because they seem to be robots always wanting to connect with me on Facebook. But look for me on LinkedIn. And my name's Steve Rosenbaum. I'm the king of follow-up. Mike, maybe if you don't mind pulling up your screen, you can show people my profile. And go ahead and send me a connection request and just say Boomerang in the message so I know who you are. I don't accept all connection requests on LinkedIn, but certainly if you tell me that you came here through Boomerang, of course I want to connect with you.
That's perfect. Amit, do you still with us or you leave out?
Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you what. I could post it. I could post a comment with. Let me. I'll put the link in the comment. One moment, folks. Let me do that.
Yeah, I'm here, Mike. It was so good to hear everything from Steve and you.
Thank you, Amit.
No problem.
Amit, do you
Yeah.
have something to add to this conversation? Probably, maybe from our offers or some kind of like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We have the same unlimited offer that we have started. I think that was supposed to end on 30th, but due to 4th of July, I think we are celebrating the Independence U.S. Independence Day as well. So you have the offer with you. That means 3K USD for the unlimited plan and 4K again for the unlimited and the franchise plan. You can just click on it, book a meeting. We'll send you the link. Just make the payment, and that's it.
I just want to add that with agency unlimited plus franchise plan, you can set up coalition multi-brand loyalty programs for your community and engage people to visit not only one location preferably, but share customers across all the participants of your loyalty program. And that's really ready-made business for you guys. Just spend a couple of months to establish this and enjoy your repeatable and continuous business. Well, I think that's enough. We are 15 minutes out of time, but it was very great conversation, and I cannot imagine to cancel this meeting before we will discuss all the things that we expected to discuss. Steve, I want to say thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated. Really, really glad to see you here. It was an awesome conversation, and I believe too many our customers, to many our clients will see this meeting reply in their convenient. And it was awesome. Looking forward
Thank
to
you,
see
Mike.
you again in our streams. And
Thank you for the
it was
invitation, folks.
awesome.
Watch your emails for Mike after the holiday. I will get him that link. I'm going to be heading out of town, so it might be a week from now. But watch for your emails from Mike, and I'll make sure to share those things.
Guys, take care. Happy to see you all, and happy upcoming Independence Day. Celebrate smart and funny, of course. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye, everybody.
See you.
Thank you, Mike.